If you're thinking about relocating or retiring to beautiful Puerto Vallarta, you may have done a cost of living budget. People ask me all the time, what's the cost of living? And there's definitely a ton of calculators, there's tons of information out there. And what I want to talk about today is actually three things that you may have left off your cost of living calculator that you may want to add. I'm Shasta Townsend. I am a Canadian. I've been living just north of Puerto Vallarta in beautiful Bucerias for 5 years, and I'm a relocation and real estate expert. I love telling you the real goods on what it is to live here. So let's start with what are three things you might want to add to your list. Number one is personal services. Personal services meaning massage, beach massage, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, manicure, etc. There are some amazing personal services in this area. So what does it cost? Well, for example, I get an acrylic French manicure about every 10 days to 2 weeks. For a refill, it's about 550 pesos before tip. That is about 32 US dollars, 45 Canadian. So it's quite affordable. To do a full thing, when I do nails and a full manicure, it is about 1,000 pesos, which is about 70 US dollars or 90 Canadian dollars. I think when you compare that to a lot of places, especially in Canada, it's actually still very affordable. And it just depends, right? I do an in-home massage with an amazing actual trained massage therapist. She actually comes to my house and I pay her 1,500 pesos with tip for a 90-minute blow your mind massage. So these are just examples of personal services that you may want to add to your actual sort of budget. Number two are activities. I don't know how active you are, but I go to yoga, I go to Pilates, I go to the gym. So those are things too that you're going to want to add to your actual cost of living budget. If you have interest in that, going to golf, right? Pickleball, all those things. So there are certain fees involved with that. Here, I find that most of the yoga studios and Pilates studios are probably just a little bit less than what you would see in terms of fees in Canada or the US. And I used to own a yoga studio, so I know what those fees are. They're usually just like a smidge less, maybe 10% less of what you would see in Canada or the US. You want to include that in your budget. And number three is air conditioning, okay? Especially if you're here in the summer. So you're going to estimate utilities. In Mexico, it is called CFE, which is basically the electricity company or the light company or the La Luz company in this area. Most of the time, you probably need to increase that. You probably need to add a bit more for air conditioning, especially in the summer. So I do live in a house that's about 3,000 square feet. In our air conditioning bill, we don't have solar here yet. We don't have solar. That makes a big difference. Our CFE bill for 2 months in the summer months is usually about 8,000 pesos. So if you divide that by 2, it's about 4,000 pesos a month, which is probably about 250 US, 350 Canadian. I was paying more for sure in Canada when I lived there. But most of the time, people estimate a little bit too low when they come here, especially in the summer months. In the winter months, that is about half. And we're actually quite conservative. We're conservative with how we use the air conditioning. We only turn it on when we're in the room. We turn it off at night when we go to sleep. Solar panels does make a huge difference. I have friends that have solar panels and they have a house the same size as ours, and their electricity bill is probably about 100, maybe 200 pesos. So it's a big difference. For us, why do we not have solar panels? We're actually gauging, is it worth the money right now to put in solar panels in terms of the overhead we'd have to shell out first versus what we're going to save in terms of our CFE or electricity bills. So those are three things you're going to want to add to your cost of living, your budget. If you want help moving to beautiful Puerto Vallarta, whether it's a strategy call, rental support, or full purchase of real estate, check out the links below. I'm Shasta Townsend. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos and subscribe. Have a great day.